What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, we are going to take a look at XRP after popular request. And if you want to figure out what the institutions are going to be doing next for XRP, whether it's going to go up, whether it's going to go down, as well as the exact levels that I will be looking to buy XRP, you're going to want to watch till the end of this video because I'll be sharing the exact levels. Let's kick things off. So in order for us to get a clear sense of what XRP is doing, we need to go onto at least the weekly chart, because before you get an understanding of what is going on the macro level, it is impossible to trade the micro. So let's get an understanding first. So right off the bat, XRP actually looks pretty brilliant. Like against the US dollar, look at this is like a textbook rounded bottom. And if you have followed my channel actually, or rather my Discord group, you would know that I always say that rounded bottoms, like they do absolutely nothing for the longest period of time. Like just to put it into perspective, yeah, for about a period of about 700, like 2 years, it was doing absolutely nothing, just floating around in this range, and then all of a sudden it takes off, right? It explodes for a 5x, 6x in just under half a year. So this is the beauty of rounded bottoms, and it is why if you see rounded bottoms forming on any chart, it'll be good if you buy like at the bottom, because look at how brilliant of a trade this would have been. 12x in a year, I'll take that any day. But right now, we're on a weekly chart for a whole other reason. And first off, in order to kick things off, I will need to draw some weekly levels in order to get a better sense of things. And the reason why I'm drawing weekly levels, and why you should too, is because when institutions are trading, they are not looking at stuff like, we have a 15-minute bull pennant, yo, we have a 1-hour bull flag, let's buy the breakout. It's not, it's simply like, I know trading gurus would want you to feel that way, like it does work, right? Don't get me wrong. But if you want to understand things on an institutional perspective, you're gonna wanna think away from the herd. So right now, all I'm simply doing is drawing weekly highs and lows. Right? I'm just drawing horizontal rays on weekly highs and lows, and I'll get into why this is important in just a bit. So just TLDR. So simply put, weekly levels are what allows you to understand what is the directional bias on an institutional perspective. To explain what that means, when retail is looking at a chart, they're going to be looking at, oh, hey, you know, this level is pretty strong resistance, and then it flipped into support, so this is a good level to buy. But what about the trend, right? What about the institutional trend? And the way that you use weekly levels to identify the directional bias on an institutional level is actually, right, this is just a rule of thumb, right? This is not absolute, but it is something that I found works brilliantly. So if the price, right, in one move, in fact, it would be easier to show you this on the daily chart. So notice how in this one swing here, right, this one swing, this is one move, I'm sure you would agree. This one move, we broke through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and potentially even 6 weekly levels. And so as long as you break more than 2 weekly levels in that same move, then it is considered bearish or bullish, right? It just signifies a change in trend on an institutional perspective. Now again, if you're watching this channel, we're not trying to think like retail here, because honestly speaking, institutions are the ones with the money. Their order sizes range in like the hundreds of millions to possibly billions, and there is no way like we as retail traders is ever going to fight them, right? We can't beat them. And yeah, as the saying goes, if you can't beat them, you join them. So let's try to get an understanding of what institutions are looking at. So immediately you can see that during this recovery here, which you could say that, yeah, during this move right here, we actually broke through 2 weekly levels. So in fact, XRP is looking bullish in the short term actually. And again, in this move, although it did come down, but it broke through another like 3 weekly levels during this one move up, which means potentially, right, we are looking to buy XRP rather than short it. In fact, another telltale sign is, if you just take a look, right, we're on the daily chart right now. If you just observe this candle right here, notice how the low of this candle was shorter than the 2 candles next to it. So this is what you call a swing low. And similarly, this would be a swing high, and this would be a swing low, and right now this would be a swing high. So as you can see, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. We have at the moment a higher low, higher high formation. Like if we do just bounce from here right now, expect this trend to continue. So right now, it is not just bullish on the institutional perspective, but it is likely bullish on, you know, the retail perspective as well. Simply, because, you know, we have a nice break in market structure. But now that we understand what is going on the macro time frame, let's go into a smaller time frame to identify like exactly what kind of trades can we look at for XRP. So right off the bat, when I come down to the 4-hourly chart and I zoom out a little bit, immediately I see a nice little entry, and that is going to be right here. Now let me just mark this on the chart. It's going to be right here at 0.6118. Now I'll tell you in a bit why these two levels are going to be important areas for you to keep in mind. So simply put, you want to look for, you know, these big moves. Whenever you're looking at a chart, you want to look for these big moves, right? This is a big move, this is a big move, and this is a big move. Now, the reason why I say you want to look for these big moves is because this is made by an institution, okay? All of these big moves, right? Retail has no way of moving the markets, all right? If you want to take a look at what constitutes retail and what constitutes institutions, this is retail. This is retail. This is retail. This is retail. This is institutions, right? Because all the money is with them, we have no ability to move the markets. So because we're trying to follow what the institutions are doing, and, you know, we're simply trying to follow in their footsteps, you're going to want to look for footprints. Right? They always leave footprints behind when institutions make a move. So in this case, the reason why I bring up these big moves is for you to pay attention to something called order blocks. So an order block is simply, right, for a bullish order block, right, all it needs to be is the last bearish candle before a massive move up. Would you agree that this massive move up begun with this bearish candle right here? I'm sure you would agree. And so this is going to be your bullish order block. And all it means, right, all it means is an area of untapped liquidity, which means before the institutions had a chance to fill up their bags and, you know, make the market go in the direction that they want to, the price already took off. And so institutions, they have such a big amount of money, they're not going to be buying here, they're not going to be buying here, come on, they're not going to be buying here. Of course, they're going to push the price down to an area where they would be more comfortable to buy. And the reason why they do that is because simply they can, and they will. So to tie this back to the concept of order blocks, all you need to know about order blocks and how it relates to you is that order blocks are going to be amazing areas to buy anything, actually. Whether you're shorting, right? When you're shorting, you want to look for bearish order blocks. So in this case, this would be a bearish order block because this is the last bullish candle before this massive move downwards. So if you wanted to short, this is going to be a level that you're going to want to short at. And same goes for if you want to go long. You look for bullish order blocks to place your orders. What you will realize is that a lot of the time, if you do manage to get in on any coin in order blocks, you're going to find that they're going to be like snipes, right? For example, I called this trade in my private Discord group where I said go long here, and look at what's happening right now. Just bam, right? It came exactly down here, bam. And I'm not going to be plugging my Discord group right now, I can do that later. But what I will tell you to do is, if you're enjoying this video so far and if you're learning a thing or two, it would help me so much if you could just drop a like. It's a small gesture, but it really helps a lot. So coming back to XRP, immediately you're going to want to mark these two levels down as an order block, okay? Basically, if you just buy XRP at any of these levels, right, just in this range, you're going to do really well. But if you want to fine tune your entry even more, what I want you to do is to pull a fib, right, and then go on the 0.618 retracement within that same candle. So I'm just going to mark that down for you. So that's about 0.606. Right, so there's going to be your two levels to dollar cost average. And what about your stop loss? So here's the beautiful thing about order blocks is that, you know, your entries are very tight, right? These are very likely to be sniper entries. And if you follow me on my Twitter, and by the way, if you haven't already followed me on my Twitter at _theartofcrypto, this is where I'm sharing profitable trading setups every single day, and I just shared one just now, as well as the latest market updates. So if you don't want to miss out on them, you're going to want to follow me at _theartofcrypto. And right now, let's get back into XRP. So these are going to be your entries, and this is going to be your stop loss. And here's the beautiful thing about order blocks, right? The entries and stop losses are pretty tight, and generally, you're going to get quite a good risk to reward ratio. So for example, your stop loss is about 2.5% away from your entry. And if you dollar cost average, that is going to be, you know, that's going to be an even better entry. And for the take profit targets, what you're going to want to aim for is the previous high, right? Either this high or this swing high. So in this case, assuming that we do get XRP here, the previous high is going to be about 18% away. and your stop loss is going to be 2.5%. Now, I don't know about you, but a 7-to-1 risk to reward ratio sounds pretty good to me. So this is going to be your sniper entry zone for XRP. But what about if you want to take a different trade? Right, so let's discuss this. So this is all assuming that XRP falls into this area, and oftentimes you'll be surprised at how prices tend to react off of these levels. So for example, if we just go zoom out of the daily chart and you take a look at this order block, right? This is the last bearish candle that preceded this massive move upwards. So notice how the price came pretty much it missed it by a bit, but it pretty much came back down to the exact order block. And it's oftentimes the moments when you least expect it that the order blocks get filled. So really, don't be surprised if this fills, right? And you manage to get a really nice sniper entry, and who knows, potentially you might be making a lot of money. So again, I keep getting sidetracked, but let's look for some other trading opportunities that I would possibly be looking at. So right now, if we just come back down to the 1 hourly chart, this is potentially another setup that I could be seeing for XRP, and that is the breakout of this falling wedge right here. Now, if you don't want to draw it here, you could draw it just like that, and beautiful. So this right now, this is sort of like a falling wedge descending channel kind of thing, and at the time of making this video, it is already breaking through the midway point of this descending channel. In fact, I am actually going to call this trade on my private Discord group. So this is going to be a live call. And by the way, if you're interested in getting more of these if you follow me on my Twitter for any amount of time, you know that I've literally been just sniping entries left and right, and I've been predicting these Bitcoin ups and downs for quite a good amount of time already. So if you want to get access to more of these setups, you're going to want to join the private Discord group, because over here I'm showing literally the most profitable trading setups, and over here I am literally sniping entries left and right, like seriously every single day while the market has been losing their minds. Look at this first week actually trading, and look at this, these are all sniper entries, right? And this guy, he made 3 grand, and for real guys, there have been so many people in this Discord group who have already made back their membership in just 1 or 2 trades. So for real, this is going to pay itself off real quick. But forget the chart calls. If you're serious at all about crypto and trading as a career, you're going to want to check out this Discord group for the trading education that you're going to get. Like honestly, if you truly learn all the concepts that I teach in this Discord group, you're going to be set for life, right? That knowledge is going to stay with you for a lifetime, and it's going to ensure that you are successful in any market, including crypto, forex, stocks, or whatever. Like for real, if you think what I do right now with this institutional stuff is mind-boggling, imagine what you could get in the Discord server where, I'm paying way more attention to you guys. I'm just saying, right now, if you sign up, you can actually get up to 40% off if you pay in crypto. Right now, the monthly is closed because I don't want too many people in the private Discord group. I want to be able to give focused attention to every single member, and I cannot do that if there are too many people. So right now, monthly is closed until further notice, and if you sign up for lifetime, annual, or semi-annual, you can get up to 40% off. So I'm gonna see you guys in the private Discord group. And trust me when I say it'll pay itself off real quick. So anyways, this is going to be your second entry for XRP, which is to buy the breakout of this level at 0.653. Now, probably when I get this video out to you, it's probably going to be too late. So let's draw another level where I'm going to be potentially, buying this breakout. So you're going to want to buy the breakout at 0.658. So this is possibly, right, if the price comes up here and breaks out of here, it's going to break out of this falling wedge. And the way that you trade a breakout, right, is simply as the price is breaking out, and at the same time, you're going to want to turn on the volume indicator, because it's not a breakout if there is no volume. Right now, look at this. This looks like institutional volume to me. And when you get a breakout, right, you want to look for a volume spike just like this one. And when it does break out, your first entry is going to be simply to buy the breakout along with everyone else. That's going to be your entry number 1. These are your TPs. And the second entry, which is actually safer, is to buy the bullish retest, because price doesn't really move straight up. Like, I know we wish that it moves straight up, but it generally doesn't. So you're going to want to buy the retest. Basically, the price is actually going to come down, and when it does, it's going to come back down to this level right here. And the reason for this is because for the people who missed the chance to get in on this breakout, they're going to be looking to buy at this level. So this is what you call a bullish retest. So it will come back down here, and it will likely, right, likely, I'm not saying it will, but it will likely find support before moving up higher. So this is going to be your entry. And the reason why I would suggest both of these kinds of entries is because the risk to reward ratio is very, very safe. You could literally just set your stop loss right below for like what, 0.64%, 1%, and your potential reward is like what, 2%, 3%, 5%. That is like a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Of course, you can aim for higher targets as well, but right now I'm just giving you like, this is what you call a scalp, all right? So that's going to be your entry number 2. And if you do buy this breakout, how would you take profits? Now, I know I gave you guys a few levels, but here's the thing about take profit targets as well as your buys, right? We do something called dollar cost averaging because nobody knows where is the exact top, neither does nobody know where's the exact bottom, unless of course you are perhaps me and you're in the Discord server where, you know, we're literally just sniping entries left and right. If you're interested in that, link is in the description. So what you do, right, and if you're not in the Discord server, is you take profits in, like you scale out, right, and you scale in. So perhaps you could take, you know, 25% of your position here, you could take another 25% here, and then you can take the rest up here. So that's what you call dollar cost averaging. Doing so will allow you to secure your profits on the way up. And I know a lot of you guys, right, you tell me that, hey, if I take profits too early and it moves upwards, I'm missing out on potential gains. Guys, come on. Would you rather have the realized profits? Like, there's this saying that I always like to say, in trading, literally everything else, like everything that you do is painful. From the moment you open a position, everything that you do is painful. If you take profits too early and price moves up, that's pain. But so is not taking profit, watching price go up and then come back all the way down, and you're like, yo, why didn't I take profit sooner? Or perhaps you don't take profit and it comes up to here and then it drops below your entry point and then you get stopped out. That's pain as well, right? So at the end of the day, you have to decide, right? You have to decide what kind of pain you're willing to go through. Would you rather have the pain of taking profits too early but securing that profit, or would you rather watch the price go up all the way and come down without you securing any profits? It's up to you. I can't decide that for you. Me personally, I tend to take profits a bit too early, and I'm fine with that because I understand that trading is a long game and it is not really about the massive wins that really define you as a trader. In fact, it is the small wins, the 5% gain every day, the 3% gain every day that really snowballs your account. So for real guys, take your profits, and same thing goes for when you're buying as well, because nobody knows where's the exact bottom. In this case, I'm giving you the exact bottom, but if let's say you don't know where is the exact bottom, right? If I go to Adam, right, and you don't know where's the exact bottom, then you know you simply scale in, right? If you look at this level here, you might think, yo, this level, you know, you have strong resistance, you know, you have strong support. So yeah, I'll buy some atom here. And, you know, if it drops lower, then, you know, I'll potentially be looking at this level and I'll get some more here. So maybe I'll get 25% here, I'll get 50% here, and maybe I will buy the rest over here. Doing so will allow you to average out your position because you don't know where's the bottom, right? So yeah, it's just these little things that you really need to learn as a trader. And right now you're learning them. And I'm just saying, if you really want to hypercharge your progress, right? If you really want to speed up this learning process, you're going to want to consider the Discord group. Like, I'm not going to promote this as like make money quick thing, but what I would really promote this is if you're serious about trading as a career, this is going to be for you, right? This Discord really rewards the people who are serious about learning the fundamentals and building a solid foundation. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. And just remember, right, go back to XRP. I'm giving you the exact levels right now, and if you can't even be bothered to mark down these levels on your own chart, there's nothing more that I can do for you. So these two, like, just mark down these levels, all right, and buy the breakout. So this is going to be your bullish entry, and this is going to be your, you know, potentially bearish entry. And just one last entry, right? If I mark down this level and I bring up the VPVR indicator, so you can see that there is a lot of volume right below this level. So expect strong support at this level, right? But the way institutions would like to do it is, you know, they really like to push price down to an area where there's more. You know, they will just push price down to an area where they are comfortable buying. So don't be surprised, right? If the price actually breaks below this level right here at 0.625, you could potentially take a short. Now, this is not going to be an ideal entry, but you can, all right? You can take this short from here down to here, which is about 2%, right? Me personally, I wouldn't risk it, but you know, since you're expecting price to come back down here, you could take a short, but I do not recommend it, okay? Because I always like to say, wait for confirmation. It's not confirmed until it is confirmed. Just like how this breakout is not confirmed until it is confirmed, this short might not even play out until it's confirmed. So you don't short here, right? There's no guarantee that we're going to fill these prices. I'm just giving you a possibility. I'm just giving you a bottom that you can buy. So if that's it, my friends, may the gains be with you. I'll see you in the Discord group, and peace.